Hello everyone and welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene and this is Benji, and today we have an awesome at-home yoga practice that's going to help you learn the foundations of shoulder stand. So hop into something comfy, grab 2 blankets or 2 even towels if you have them, and let's get started. Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna begin seated on your 2 blankets or your 2 towels today. If you don't have them and you still want to experience this practice, it's okay, but just be really mindful. If you do have them, let's go ahead and put them to use by sitting up on them now, just getting the hips higher than the knees, and right away taking this time for you. You're amazing for taking this time. That's really the hardest part, truly. So start to enjoy yourself. Start to bring a little awareness to the body as you sit up nice and tall. And then start to relax the shoulders as you start to just settle in. And we're gonna ease in. So even though we have a focus today of breaking down the foundations of a beginner's shoulder stand, we're gonna create it like a little practice so that you can feel really good when you get off the mat, because time is valuable and you deserve it. We're gonna start with a little warm up together, and then I'll break down the pose with the demonstration that you can watch, and then we'll take some time to practice it together. And the reason for this is we wanna be just super mindful and aware of the neck as we learn and practice shoulder stand. So you don't wanna be looking at the video while you're in the posture. Same with bridge pose, which we're also gonna do. But for now, let's unite, connect me and you and all of the beautiful people around the world taking time to practice in this very moment. As you're ready, once you're in your nice comfortable seat, take a nice deep breath in through your nostrils and then exhale out through the mouth. And again, inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale out through the mouth, this time really, really relax your shoulders down, down, down. And maybe for this last one, you close your eyes. Here we go, big deep breath in. Oh yeah, exhale, relax the shoulders. Be open to just dropping into this moment. Again, hardest part is done. You're here. Let's have some fun. Nice and slow, dropping the chin to the chest. Nice and slow, lifting nose to the sky. Careful not to crunch the back of the neck. Nice and slow, chin to chest. And nice and slow, carving a line with the nose all the way up. So continue this loving gesture, and I say loving because once you reach this highest point looking up, you don't want to take it so far back that you're out of control. So nice and mindful. And whether you're brand new to yoga practice or you've been practicing for a long time and you just want to work on your shoulder stand, or if you're a part of the Kula and you do the free video every Sunday as it comes out live, which is something we've all been doing, then welcome. But essentially, whatever brought you here, see if you can use this moment to think of integrating the neck with gestures like this. So rather than just nodding the head up and down, what would it look like, feel like, to consider this, that I'm actually integrating my neck into every posture, whether it's a sweaty 90-minute vinyasa or a foundations of yoga practice at home with me. Always integrating the neck. All right, and then when you're ready, we'll bring the head back to center, right over the heart. And nice and easy, you're gonna drop one ear over one shoulder and then come through center and over to the other side. Very simple. And then same thing here, rather than just going through the motions, getting, warmed up through the neck, stretching out, see if you can right away peel back another layer of the onion and think of this gesture as a way, a warm up, a focus of integration, integrating the neck into the entire shape. And if you're like, I don't really understand what this lady is talking about, then you can enjoy the stretch. You can enjoy this time for yourself and maybe another moment in your journey, you'll hear that, and maybe not. Integrating the neck. Something we're really going to be talking about in the next 30 days of yoga. If you're watching this in real time, which will be in January. Oh my gosh, I almost said the name. Okay, bring it back to center. Hands are going to come to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day in through the nose. And this time out through the nose. Inhale, sit up a little taller. Exhale, out through the nose. And one more, you got it, big breath. Exhale. Awesome, you're gonna interlace the fingertips now, take them behind the head. Elbows wide, so we're stretching through the shoulder girdle here. Use your breath here to start to feel expansion through the chest, something we're really gonna need in that shoulder stand, even when we take our legs over the head, over the torso. So the action points here are opening elbows wide, lifting sternum up, drawing the shoulder blades together, and then allowing them to melt down, 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 even if it's just an awareness. And then use your breath here to breathe into all four sides of the torso. And you're not gonna catch that big, beautiful, buoyant yogi breath on the first try. So just remember, it's a practice, it's a journey. And if you have tight shoulders, it might help to extend the thumbs here. Just give yourself a little support, a little more space. And you're gonna maybe wanna give up, particularly if you're a little tired. So think about lengthening from your hip creases to your armpit chest. And think about the weight of the legs grounding down as you lift up through your heart. So make it active, basically. Yogi secret. And then the great thing about after making it active, drawing the navel in and up, is finding the softness, right? That sukha, that ease. If you haven't already, give it one more go, trying to find that big full body breath, filling the lungs with air. Sweet, and then release. Let's rain it down side to side, and then just one time to each side. Benji's very zenned out today. Inhale to reach up and over, big side body stretch. Oh, and then bring it back to center. Another side, up first and then over, creating length. Awesome. And you're gonna come back to center, take one more cycle of breath. Inhale, lots of love in. Exhale, use it to relax the shoulders down. Great. Okay, so from here, we're gonna come onto the back for a little bridge pose warm up. You can use the blankets if you want. I'm gonna push mine to the side and just save them. If you have never done a bridge pose, you can watch this one first and then pick up on the second and third. If you know Setu Bandhasana well, we can do all three together. Okay. Oh, also, I was not gonna say this, but I am nursing a little soreness in my low back. So if you see me moving a little funny, that's why. But I still wanted to do this pose for you today. It's a big request. And so that's that. I'm human. And it's a good thing to kind of just tend to it instead of try to fake it and, you know, do that thing. That's not gonna work for me anymore. Gotta be mindful, gotta honor what is. Okay? But this is gonna feel good. So here we go. We're gonna walk, you're gonna come onto your back. You're gonna walk the heels up in line with your sits bones, and you're gonna reach your fingertips down towards your heels. Right away, I'm gonna snuggle my shoulder blades into my heart space, in and underneath my figurative heart space. You can think about drawing your shoulder blades together to touch, to kiss. Then a little bit of a tendency here is to get up into the pose before we've set up the foundation. So if the feet are too wide, or a lot of times I'll just see them a little bit too close, you're gonna wanna think about bringing them in alignment with your hip points. So not the outer hips, but your hip points. And the truth is, the more that I lead yoga and experience that exchange, the less exact I think it is. I think every body is different. So you're gonna use these as guidelines, but also it is important to learn the alignment and the action so that you can stay safe, especially with at-home yoga. So hip points are in line with the knees, or rather knees are in line with the hip points. Ankles are in line with the knees, right? So not here, not here. You're gonna walk them in. So I'm on two parallel lines. I know it seems like I'm obsessing, but for beginners, it's like you can't really see down there, so I have to just keep saying, careful not to go too wide, careful not to go too narrow. Okay, then fingertips are gonna actively press into the earth, and we're gonna press into all four corners of the feet firmly. Right away, you're connected before you even lift any weight up. Shoulder blades continue to draw together, so you feel that active opening in the chest. So you're already active before you even lift up. Then we'll take a deep breath in, filling the lungs, big chest expansion here. And then on the exhale, you'll use it to re-anchor your foundation and begin to slowly lift the hip points, the hip creases up. Then as you come about halfway, you're gonna pause, reassess, reconnect, maybe draw the shoulder blades together a little more. And then we'll continue the journey, this time really thinking of sending the shins forward. Shins forward. Now, knees are gonna wanna come in here. Imagine you're holding or squeezing an imaginary block between the thighs. You're holding onto your foundation and you're breathing deep. Great. Then chest is gonna lift to chin. I might find more space here. And then chin to sky. If I want, I can interlace the fingertips behind my back for a bind. I'm active. I'm thinking about sending my sits bones towards the backs of my knees. I'm sending my shins forward. And once again, chest to chin and chin to sky. I'm breathing deep, breathing deep. To come out, I'll take a deep breath in, exhale, slowly release, slowly come down. When you release, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. So if you're observing, you can come now to join me. If you're ready for round two, maybe you'll take a different variation this time. I'm gonna teach it. We're gonna snuggle the shoulder blades in. This time we're gonna keep the elbows on the ground, but we're gonna take the hands up to the sky and really activate through the fingertips. So you're creating a little space for you to bring the torso through. So shoulder blades come together, active in the fingers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to find your foundation. Inhale in again. And then exhale to lift the tailbone up. Press through all four corners of the feet. Shins forward, lifting hips up high. And then my torso comes right in between my hands. Elbows are gonna wanna come out here. We're gonna keep them snuggling in. And then if there's a variation here where you want to take your hands to your rib cage or underneath you, you can. Otherwise, just stay right here, active in the fingers, shoulder blades drawing together. Remember, keep the neck integrated, neck awareness. Breathing deep. We're building strength in the legs, the glutes, the back, the core. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale to slowly lower down with control, with control. Awesome work. We're gonna do one more variation, this time with the arms all the way up and overhead. I'll cue you, but if you know Sarvangasana, you can take this time to get into any variation you like. Now, here we go. Strong foundation. Mindful breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, ground through the feet. Start with the tail. Think cat-cow. You're gonna really articulate through the lower back first, then through the mid-back, and then upper. So nice and slow. This time, pause halfway. You're gonna take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you'll continue, this time lifting the fingertips, active fingers, all the way up towards the ceiling. If you feel good there, then you can continue the journey all the way up and back. Breathing deep. Creating space. Chest to chin, chin to sky. Lots of space in the neck. No crunching. Definitely no pain. You're pressing into the ball joint of the big toe, the ball joint of the pinky toe, and the back two corners of the heels. Take one more breath in. Maybe lift the hip points a little higher. And then exhale. we start to simultaneously slowly lower the hips down, take the fingertips in reverse all the way up, and then arms all the way down. Cool. Awesome work. Take the feet as wide as your yoga mat. Bring the knees together, just a little internal rotation. Take a deep breath in. Empty it out. Then keep the feet where they are, as wide as your yoga mat. And you're gonna take just the knees, so keep the feet wide so you can get this. Just the knees over towards the left. Getting a little bonus hip mobility. Okay, and then keep the feet as wide as your mat. Take them up to center, knees up to center, and then over to the right. Fabulous. Come up to center, nice and slow, and then you can press back up to a seat or come onto your side if you're nursing a little back thing. Okay, so now we're gonna take our folded up blankets to the center of the mat. And it's a little bit important that you have a nice clean edge here at the top. This is where your head and your neck is gonna go. Now, if you're practicing now and you're like, oh, I don't have blankets, it's okay. You can still experience this, but I want you to be really, really careful. And if you think you might have even a blanket that might work for this, pause the video and go grab it, because it does make such a difference for the neck. And really good for beginners too, so you can work to create space in what feels like the impossible, but through regular practice. And this is such a great lifelong pose to play with. It's so good for the body. It's nice to kind of start with the space. You just feel a little bit more motivated to keep coming back to it, right? Because you're not in pain. And so take some time to get a nice clean surface here, nice clean edge for the neck. Then nice and slow, I'm gonna demo this so you can watch this at first. If you already are doing shoulder stand and you just want to follow along and you can use the sound of my voice and you don't need to look, then you can. But I just want to stress, one of the reasons I've held off on doing this foundations video is I really want to protect the neck and people's necks. And it's really hard to do these poses if you're looking at the videos. So you can't really turn your neck in shoulder stand, just to make that very clear. Okay, it's not good. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna come down gently to my back, and I want my shoulders to hit 2 to 3 inches away from the edge of this blanket. So you don't want to be right on the edge. You'll see why in a moment. You want to give yourself 2 to 3 inches. You know, you can just do thumbprints or you can eyeball it. And that's where my shoulders are going to land. If you have a ponytail, you might want to take it out. You want to create a nice, smooth ride for yourself. And then you can just work here, actually in the bridge prep for a little bit. And another way that I like to teach this in the studio is at the wall, just slowly working your way up the wall. But nice and slow, we're gonna start in a bridge prep. You're just gonna lift one leg, any old leg, all the way up and just feel that stretch. Maybe the hamstring's super tight, so you're gonna keep a nice bent knee. Take a deep breath in, maybe that leg starts shaking, no worries. And then all the way down. And then opposite leg all the way up, feeling that connection to your core. Starting to open up through the hamstring, getting the legs up, and then down, and then one more time on each side. And if we were at the wall, we would just put legs up the wall for a couple of deep, long breaths. Just feeling yourself out through the sacrum and the coccyx, creating body awareness. Okay, and then come back down. And nice and slow, you're gonna spread the fingertips, so nice bright fingertips. You're gonna claw the fingertips into the ground. You're gonna keep your feet on the ground, and we're just gonna snuggle the shoulder blades underneath your heart space once again. Okay, step by step. Then from here, you're gonna use this connection of fingertips to earth to slowly lift the knees up towards the chest. So you can do it in a mindful breath, or you can do it one at a time. Because I'm actually nursing low back stuff, mine's gonna look a little bit funky today, but I don't wanna risk it. So there we go. From here, knees are gonna come up to the chest, hands are gonna come to support. Don't worry about getting your shoulder blades right underneath you right at first. Just feel this out, feel that big stretch in your low back. Breathe. Whoo, you're doing great. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel your breath in all 4 corners of all 4 sides of your torso. Great, and then you can kind of just get a feel for the blanket, like do I need to be further down? Do I need to be a little bit higher? There should be no pain in the neck. And then from here, you'll slowly, with core connection, roll back down. I'm not gonna roll because I have a little bit of a low back thing, so I'm gonna do that. It's embarrassing. And then I'll come back down. Okay, so from there, we're gonna keep going. Here we go, deep breath in. Exhale, claw through the fingertips, anchor through the core. Bring the knees up towards the chest. Now this time we are gonna work to draw the shoulder blades together. We've been here before, so we don't have to be scared. We're gonna draw the shoulder blades together, really together. Hands come to the low back. Now, keep breathing. Maybe with each breath you find that your hands can come a little bit more on the back and maybe closer together. And then I want you to remember my loving note of bringing energy to the hands. Bring energy to the hands. Bring energy to the fingertips. You got this. Great. From here, if you need to come out of the pose, you can at any time, slow and with control. From here, if you're ready to go to the next bus stop, you're going to take the toes all the way over the head and begin to work to straighten the legs. I really don't think the legs will straighten right away, in which case you can enjoy a bent knee plow pose. So we call this plow pose. Breathing deep. Chest is lifting up to the chin. Chin is lifting up to the sky. Just lots of awareness, lots of space. No pain in my neck. Big, beautiful stretch through the back body, the whole body. Deep breaths. So you're in your plow pose. Hopefully you're just watching in your plow pose. And from here, you can come back down, take a break, come back in. Or from here, you can work to get the shoulders closer together. You'll anchor navel to spine, find that core connection, and you're just gonna lift one leg up. Don't even worry about it getting straight overhead. Just lift one leg up. Then you'll put it down, the other leg, just as we did before. Bend knee is okay. If the hamstrings are super tight, but you wanna work to find that connection, that follow through. From here, after doing one leg and then the other, you could take a break. Or if you're ready, you could take one leg up, find that core connection, and then take the other leg up to join it. And you don't have to worry about getting into that straight line right away. Just take it step by step. Then make sure you're breathing, breathing, breathing here, and you're gonna try to create the same connection of sit bone to the back of the knee that you did in bridge pose. And then to come out, I'll do just one leg at a time to the plow pose. Bring the hands to the earth, claw through the fingertips, and with control, you're just gonna go right back the way you came. And you can work on a core roll down. I'm doing a little very awkward roll down just to protect my SI. Then when you get there, pause, don't move. Feel the flush of energy, of blood. Nice moment here to pause and feel the effects. And then to counter pose, you'll roll to one side. You can move the blankets. We'll come right back down. We'll extend the legs out long. You're gonna walk the hands underneath your bum. Yes. And this is fish version 1. So you'll just start here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the legs together. Point the toes. Press claw into the earth. Press the hands into the earth. And you'll draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe deep. From here, you could inhale in, exhale, claw, connection to the foundation always. And from there, you might lift the chest up and then send your gaze forward, up and back, integrating the neck. Fish pose. Don't worry about lifting the legs here. This is just a counter pose. So breathe deep here. With an inhale, feel again the chest expansion. With an exhale, draw the navel in and release. And from here, you can take the knees up towards the chest and rock around a little bit. and find what feels good. Okie doke. So we're gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna talk you through it so you can do it with the sound of my voice. Or of course, you know, your home practice is beautiful because it's yours. So you can also pause the video and give it a try and then rewatch. So again, this is kind of a clinic style, meant to be fun and to just give you some good old-fashioned playtime at home. So don't be hard on yourself, just enjoy. And I can already feel just the benefits of this posture just sitting here now. It's such a beautiful posture and a really fun one to do once you know how to do it mindfully. So no neck pain, no bruising in the neck, okay? All right, so we're gonna set the blankets up in the middle of the mat. We're gonna gently come down, gingerly if you're Adriene today. Yes, cool. By the way, I'm good, I'm not injured, I'm just being really mindful because I have just a tiny little bruise. And hopefully me being mindful will inspire you. So when you come down onto to be mindful, always. When you come down onto your mat, remember to give yourself 2 to 3 inches before the edge. And then walk the heels up, find your nice foundation for bridge. If you're not ready to go into shoulder stand today, candle pose, you can just work on your bridge here. You can feel out what it's like to be on the blanket and you can work on Bandhasana. So ground through the feet, and when you're ready, you're gonna lift the hips up high, bridge, if you're doing bridge. And if not, you're gonna claw through the fingertips, and when you're ready, draw the knees up towards the chest. Pause here, just get used to this, breathing deep, just catch your bum, your hips, wherever it is. Again, this is a beginner's exploration, so be kind, be brave, be mindful, and be patient. Okay, from here, come back down. Oh wait, I guess I can roll down. I got it. And then here we go again. When you're ready, inhale in, exhale, navel draws to the spine. I press back up. Hands are gonna come behind, and I'm gonna draw the shoulder blades together, really together. Yeah. From here, maybe I take plough pose, drawing either the knees by the ears or toes all the way overhead. Breathing deep. And then reconnect to your core. Hands on the back. You might lift one leg up, just one. And then lower it, and then maybe lift the other leg up. And lower it. And then keeping your focus on your breath. No need to look at the video. Take your time. Maybe you'll lift one leg up and then the other. Breathing deep. Then slowly coming back to plough pose. Take your time. And then rolling down, fingertips connecting to the earth. Try to stay connected to your core. Rolling down nice and slow. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. And then ground your feet and take a moment. Pause. Don't move. Just feel. Awesome. Then you can either roll it from here or slowly roll to one side. We'll take the blankets away. We'll come onto the back. We'll extend the legs out long. And then we'll bring the hands underneath the bum. Squeeze the legs together, draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, puff up through the chest. And you can just stay here working. Or if you'd like, fish pose. Strong foundation here, grounding through anything that's touching the floor right now. And from there, that's where you effortlessly lift your chest and come onto the crown of the head. Breathe. Then inhale. Use an exhale to connect navel to spine. Slowly release. From here, you can hug the knees into the chest and rock around gently, finding what feels good. All right, awesome work. After you've taken a couple moments to find what feels good, you can press back up to a nice comfortable seat, maybe on your cushion. Then when you're ready, bring the hands together and sit up nice and tall. Take a second to close your eyes and just be still. Honoring your breath, listening to your breath. Noticing how you feel. And choosing to always remember that your practice is about process and journey. And there's so much to be said for that. It brings so much hope to one's every day when we simply remember to focus on the process, focus on the journey, not the end point. Cool, bring the thumbs up to the third eye. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we will bow. Take good care, everyone. Namaste.